Hello, everyone, and welcome to Disasters with Anna. I'm super excited. It's feeling like fall. So I'm switching it up a bit today, too. I'm on the other side of my kitchen. Whoa! So it's gonna look a little different. But I know it's like, I don't think it's officially autumn, but it's starting to feel like autumn. And I'm just like in the autumn mood today. So I've got a big sweater on, autumn colors. I mean, my hair is basically I was made for autumn colors. Um, yeah. So I decided that I'm gonna make soup today. I'm super excited. It is a lemon lentil soup. Lots of like cumin and chili powder. It's like really nice and savory. It's great over like rice. You can put it over quinoa. Just eat it plain. I love to eat it with like some really good, thick, like multi-grain bread. I also got some like garlic Tuscan bread from Wegmans that I'm gonna have with this soup and butter once it's all done. Yeah, I'm really excited. But also gonna be making a classic gin fizz. So I'm really excited about the cocktail too. The soup is a recipe I've like played around with before, but haven't made in like a really long time. So I'm excited about that. And I just like, all the joys of having leftovers once I make food for the show. But then the gin fizz, I've never made a cocktail with egg white. So I'm very curious to see how that turns out. I did not try this ahead of time. I was thinking, I'm like, okay, so what cocktail is going to work with soup? And I asked a few friends about it too, and they're like, yeah, cocktails with soup? That sounds so weird. And I was like, yeah, I know. So I don't know what to put with it. But I was like, okay, well, we're using a lot of lemon in the soup. So why don't we put some lemon in a drink? And then I was, just kind of like looking up things on the internet, and I was like, ooh, something like light and bubbly, like almost maybe before you drink the soup, like drink the soup. Before you like eat the soup. I was like, oh, maybe, yeah, that could work. Could work, right? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It could be awful, right? It could be a disaster. Wait to see. Probably not as bad as the watermelon last week, but who knows? Rachel, hi. Hello. I'm gonna grab my apron. We're gonna get started. So, because the soup is gonna take, make sure my hair is all in here. It's finally getting long enough I can pull it back in this tiny little, tiny little bun. I'm gonna grow my hair out very soon, because I'm gonna need like, my hair is so thick, it's almost like a scarf, like for my neck in the winter. Like that's like what it feels like. So, okay, great. So I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. Oh, David's uncle eats soup with a fork because he only likes the things in it, not the soup. Oh, interesting. Yeah, a lentil soup would be pretty hard to eat with a fork. It's not like a stew. Oh, yes. And of course, I have a drink here. Now, I just have a glass of wine before we get to the gin fizz. I'm waiting for the gin fizz while the soup is simmering because it's going to take a little bit of time. So, might as well make like a fun cocktail while you're waiting for, food to be made, be prepped, whatever. Okay, great. Yeah. So why don't we just like jump in and get started? Oh, actually, wait, hold on. One thing I wanted to do, I'm going to shut this out too. In like the middle of the episode, when the soup is simmering. Words. But before then, I just wanted to say the shout out I have for today is, so I already talked about this on last week's episode, but it's a podcast. It's called No Avatars Allowed. It's an awesome like gaming nerdy type podcast. But even if you're not into games, it's all about like talking about like philosophy and games and how they intersect. Like I said, it's called No Avatars Allowed. My friend Rachel, who's in the chat right now, is a part of that podcast. So you should definitely check it out. You can check it out basically Spotify, Apple, anywhere that podcasts happen. The other places too, let me see if I get this right, allportsopen.com. So that's another place you can check out this podcast. Oh, and it's also, sorry, it's philosophy and it's theology and games, all kind of intersecting, all being talked about. So you should definitely check it out. Hi, Laura. Yay. Finally clocked out of work. Woo. Cheers to that. Okay, gotta get started here. So first thing I want to do, just to get this simmering, and then we can chat more, is, so we want to start off, first I've just got like, I like to make soup in like a really big pot, because then you've just got like tons of room to stir and add things in. You don't have to worry about something like kind of bubbling up over. So if you have like a really big pot, or you don't have one yet and you love soup, it's totally worth investing in. You can make like so many things in it. Sometimes when I'm making like a big batch of pasta, I'll just put it in there too, just because it's like, I literally don't feel like the pot. I don't want to deal with pasta and water overflowing. I don't want to do it. So, all right. So I'm going to start out with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Oh, sorry, no, actually. Now we're gonna do 3. I lied. 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and get this started on high heat. So I'm turning this on high. I've got the 3 tablespoons of olive oil just like right here in the bottom. And then I did my chopping ahead of time. I did onion. This onion was so potent. I am so glad. I'm so glad I chopped it ahead of time because wow. Yeah. I was like really trying not to cry right before starting this, just because the onion was like so strong. But yeah, then I also chopped up garlic. So I chopped up a whole large onion and then did like about 3 cloves of garlic. You could do a little less if you're not a big garlic fan. I love garlic. So like there's no such thing as too much garlic in a recipe for me. So anyway, I've got the chopped up onion and garlic. I'm going to put that right into the bottom. I actually forgot to grab a spoon, so I have to grab that. Okay, I'm going to do a wooden spatula and just put the rest of my garlic and onion into the bottom here. Now, I switched up camera angles today, just because like I'm going to be over here at the stove so much with this soup. I'm actually going to, there we go. That, I wanted to have the camera just like a little bit closer to what I was actually doing. Okay, you can probably kind of hear that sizzling a bit on the bottom. You want to make sure that the onion and garlic is spread evenly in the bottom of the soup pot thing with the olive oil all like mixed in, and then I'm just gonna let it simmer there for like a minute or 2. Once it's like you can hear it and it's smelling so good already. It's just like literally smells like garlic and onion in here. Oh God, I've been doing so much baking. I've been doing all this like cupcakes and cookies. I'm so ready for like thick, savory, amazing food. Oh, Rachel, tomorrow's episode is about gaming and nostalgia. Wait, Rachel, what are you updating? I don't know, but from Laura's reaction, that sounds awful. GFAs. Ooh. I don't know what that stands for, but. Hi, Mac. You don't like. Nope, don't like the broth, but other stuff is good. I mean, I guess that's like stew then, right? If people don't like broth or don't like soupy things, do you like stew? Is that better? I don't know. What's the opinion? Now we don't want the garlic and onion to burn. We just want it to get like nice and sizzled. So nice and sauteed. Sizzled. So just kind of keep moving it around here a little bit. Let's make sure you've got everything else ready. Let's see here. Okay, so next is going to be the tomato paste. So got a little thing of tomato paste here. So I'm gonna get that open. I've got carrots that have to be chopped up here as well. The space is so much smaller on this side of the kitchen. That's one thing I have to say. I'm like, oh, that's so small. Maybe it doesn't look small on the camera, but it feels small to me. So, how's everybody's week been? How's everybody doing? Laura, you said you're grabbing a drink. What are you drinking today? I have to say, when I was looking up making the Gin Fizz for today, it made me think of two of my friends, one being Laura, who is on the stream right now, and the other being my friend Mike, because they are the people I know who love gin. And I was like, oh, God, it sounds like this like very classic, classy gin drink. Okay. Awesome. Okay, great. So, yeah, this shouldn't take too long to saute. I turned the heat down just a little bit. I had it on high just to get the burner hot at first, but then I turned it down to like a high medium. It still looks like it's sauteing a little bit, so I'm gonna let that go. Let me get this can opener out of the way. And then, I'm just gonna start chopping up the carrots a little bit here. So I really like adding carrots to this recipe. So the only kind of extra veggies I really have in here are, I guess, onions, garlic, and carrots. Now, if there was something else that you thought sounded good with like lemon and lentils, go for it. If there's really anything else. I don't know. Be careful. I was like, I wouldn't have anything like too heavy lemon in here, but yeah, I like carrots myself in soup. I think it's good. You could probably, if you're a fan of celery would probably be good in a soup, I would imagine. In this soup with lemon and lentils. Yeah, I think so. Oh, I know. Carrots are rolling all over the place. I salvaged one of them. Aw, it's been a roller coaster of a week. Oof. I'm sorry, guys. I'm glad it's Friday. Hopefully you get a bit of a mental break from work. Okay. I think this is going to come out to be, I've never actually measured the amount of carrots I've put into a recipe. I'm just always like, oh, I don't know, 1 or 2 carrots. But, I guess for these purposes, the purposes of, continuity of this recipe, I guess I would probably say this is going to come out to be I don't know, maybe like a cup and a half of veggies. Yeah. Ooh, okay. So our garlic and onion is definitely starting to brown here at the bottom. Okay, so it's starting to just get a little golden brown. That is the perfect time. We want to add in some other ingredients. So there's a few other ingredients we want to add into the pot before we start adding water and broth and really make it into a soup. So first thing I've got ready here is the tomato paste. It says, when I say it says this is the recipe that I wrote down that I'm trying. But so I have said that I shall put in about a tablespoon. I've got a little bit of a heaping tablespoon in here. A little extra never hurt anybody. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit to more of a medium. These burners here can get the burners I'm working with too. they're electric and they can get hot, like can kind of get overheated very, very quickly. So I'm just mixing in the tomato paste then into the veggies. Next, what we want to do is add our spices in. So I've got cumin, chili powder, and then salt and pepper just to taste, like to as much as you would like. So the cumin, I do have a specific amount for. Let me just, it's a brand new cumin. I gotta open it up. If I can get it open. No, we'll see. Oh God, cumin smells so good. Cumin smells so good, but I feel like it is a spice that is like so easy to like use too much of. I have definitely used too much cumin in things sometimes, and then it's like, oh, it's awful. All right, so what we want to do, oh, wait, it still has a, oh, okay. Take the thing off. All right, so we want 1 teaspoon of cumin. Yes. 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. So, and again, not a spice you want to just like necessarily wing, unless you really know what you're doing. Unless if you are super familiar with cumin and you're like, I know what I'm doing when I cook with cumin. Well, then that is more than me. And I always like stick to the recipes or stick to like a smaller amount, and you can add more later when it comes to cumin. Whatever. Oh, chili powder. Again, I'm just sprinkling in a little bit. I'm not really like going too crazy with that. I want to make sure we're stirring everything up too. We don't want it like browning on the bottom. So you want to make sure the spices are getting mixed up with the garlic and onion and not just like sticking to the bottom of the pot. Ooh, it smells so good. Okay, and then some salt and pepper to taste as well. So I've got my fresh cracked pepper. And you might want to have it on like, again, depending on like if you're working with an electric burner like me, I put my burner actually to low right now, just so it's not like, sizzling these spices just onto the bottom of the pot rather than like, getting all mixed in with the veggies. It's like you don't want it kind of cooking too fast before you can even like get there to do anything with it. So I'm going to add in the water and have soupy ingredients now, and then I might add some more like salt and pepper in a minute. So then what I'm going to do is we need the broth. So I've got 1 quart of vegetable broth here. Now, I know I've talked about how much I love Wegmans, and I usually use Wegmans brand vegetable broth, but they were all out, so I'm very sad about that. So we'll see how Swanson holds up. I don't know about this. All right, so you just pour the whole thing in, the whole thing of broth. All right, I think that's it. That's that. Broth, done. Bam. Okay, then we want 2 cups of water. So I'm gonna grab that. My water measurement. Okay, I've got the two cups of water. Pour that in. Okay, I'm gonna put this back on medium as I get all this kind of together and ready, because we want to bring it to a simmer. We're still adding a couple more things in though. So at this point we want to add in lentils and carrot. So I'm going to finish things out of the way here. I'm going to finish chopping up this carrot quickly. Yeah, the different steps in making this soup like go pretty fast. So usually I tend to do like all my chopping ahead of time. And you really don't have like that much chopping to do with this recipe, which is another thing I really like. Some recipes I feel like I'm just chopping stuff up for days. I have a really, really good coconut milk soup with like potatoes and leeks, and it's so good. But just like all the time to chop up the potatoes, kind of like sometimes I don't feel like it. So with this one, all you're chopping up is, you know, 1 large onion, a couple cloves of garlic, these few carrots, and that's it. That's it. We've got lemon juice to squeeze into the mix later. Got my nice lemon squeezer here. Makes my life way easier. Okay, great. Yeah, so that's about how much carrots I'm using. I'd say it's like 1.5 cups. Not too crazy. Nothing too crazy. So, okay. Stirring this around in here a bit. Okay, put this back onto high. So we're going to bring it to a simmer now. Throw my carrots in. Next, we want to put our lentils in as we pause and take a sip of wine. Man, I am like not wasting any time on this wine today. Sometimes I like still have some of a glass left at the end of an episode, and I was like, what was I doing? Wow. Why did I not drink my wine? But I guess now, maybe like last week when I made 2 different cocktails, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I didn't need to finish the wine. Okay, so then we want one cup of lentils. So I've got red lentils here. I don't know if I picked the best way to pour this. No, I did not. I absolutely did not. Yep, okay. I think I've usually cooked with green lentils. I'm trying to think why. I think green lentils have more fiber in them and like more protein. And I was like, yeah, I want more protein. So I think that's what I've done in the past. Ooh, this looks really nice though. It's very nice and red. Lots of carrot, onion. It smells really good. It smells really good. Cool. That's it. That's it. There's the soup. That's it. What, 23 minutes in? That's how easy it is. I mean, then you just leave it sit for like 20 or 30 minutes. I'm waiting for it to come back to a simmer right now. I didn't want it simmering. I didn't want it like too hot as I was just taking the time in to put the spices in, to add the couple of different ingredients. I don't want the like tomato paste to burn, anything like that. So I turned it down a little bit, but it's heating back up now. It's like starting to, I don't know, can you see the smoke? Like if you look at this, yeah, you can see the smoke a little bit on the camera to the side. But yeah, so you can see it starting to heat up again a little bit. So yeah, like I said, after this, so we're gonna leave this sit for about like 25, 30 minutes. It's gonna like simmer and all cook down. After about like 20 minutes of 20, 25 minutes of simmering, basically the point then is just to make sure that the carrots and lentils are softened. After that, there's no like need to leave it on any longer. So, if in 20, 25 minutes, little shorter than 30 minutes, you've got your carrots and lentils softened, well, man, that's it. It's that simple. It's that easy. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It smells so savory. I'm like, ooh, I remember it smelling savory. Wow. Like, ooh, am I ready? Am I ready for fall? I thought I was. I feel like savory, kind of smoky smells, you know, make me think of autumn. And this color. Ugh, I love this color. Great. So then the very last thing we're going to do is add lemon juice at the very end. So I've got, now I usually do like one large lemon, but these are small lemons. Or sorry, I'll do like half of a lemon. These are small, so I might just do one whole one. See how I feel about the taste. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm thinking. All right. Well, ooh, yes, this is starting to simmer. Okay, starting to simmer. I'm going to put it on medium heat. I've covered it. And let's set a timer for about 20 minutes. Awesome. All right. Well, let me get a few of these things out of the way. Drink the rest of my wine. It's Gin Fizz time. I'm so excited about this drink. Like I said, I've never made a drink with egg white before. I've only ever made, I have definitely had a drink with egg whites before, but I didn't know it until I was drinking it. And I was just like, why is this so like, it's like, it's so creamy, so frothy. And they're like, yeah, there's egg in it. I was like, what? I totally freaked out at the time thinking like, why am I having a cocktail with an egg in it? You know, ended up turning out to be very good. Very good. I just didn't know it was a thing at the time. Oh, yeah. Actually, hold on. We said we wanted to add a little more salt and pepper to this. Let's do it quick. Some pepper. There we go. Some salt. Stir it around. Just a tiny bit. Okay, cover it back up. Okay, now we're leaving it for good, for real this time. All right, let me put a couple of these things away. Get them out of our way here. Now we might want chili powder later. I would have that. Oh my gosh, and look at this garlic. So this is the garlic I used. Look at this. It is giant. This is giant garlic. And it's so like, it's all like purpley. Ugh. It's farmer's market garlic. That is what it is. It's so good. Okay. Some space here. Okay, we'll leave the one lemon over here. All right. Cocktail time. So I'm gonna move the camera back over to my normal spot. So if like weird moving cameras bother you, just like don't look for a second. We're going for a journey. Oh my gosh. It's like those scenes where, you know, it's like the background will move like all behind someone, but someone looks like they're in place or something. I feel like that's what that kind of looked like. Oh, look, the familiar scene. This is normally where my camera is. Oh, something comforting about the familiarity. I'm going to grab the drink ingredients. Ooh, the Dandelion, which is an amazing bar and restaurant in Philadelphia, for those of you who don't know. The Dandelion has a great drink that's a cocktail. It looks like a beer. Ooh, the beer foam is whipped egg white. Whoa. Yeah. Rachel and Laura, the egg white drink I had. Oh my gosh, it might have been when the three of us were together. Do you remember when we went to oh my gosh, it's the bar about the books. The Writer's Block Rehab. Yes, that bar. I'm not even sure if it like has made it or still exists through all this at this point. But Writer's Block Rehab, I feel like they had some kind of drink that was called like Marie Antoinette something something. Um, and I think I had a drink that had like a whipped like white foam on top, and I think it was yeah, it was there. It was like pink whipped foam, like whipped foam. Oh my gosh, it was so delicious. So delicious. All right, I've got my Bombay Sapphire. I've got my very fancy new shaker set. I am loving this. I'm loving it. Actually, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Look at this. Look, look, look. So everybody can see how beautiful this is. This all fits into one little compact thing, which I appreciate so much, because I was like, okay, yeah, it's awesome to have all these things, but where am I going to put them all so they don't all get lost from, you know, one another or whatever? Isn't this so pretty? Yeah, birthday gift. Okay. So shaker, let's see. So I made some more homemade simple syrup today. Again, if you want to know super easy way to make simple syrup or infuse simple syrups, check out the video on my channel. It's like an 8-minute video, I think the first 5 minutes is just how to make simple syrup, super easy. And then a couple minutes after that is like, how do you want to infuse it? What do you want to add? All that. I have this beautiful, so I don't have like a highball glass exactly, but I have this really beautiful glass that I think is pretty close. I'm gonna, just say it works. But yeah, this is this like beautiful glass my grandmother's letting me use. It's actually made out of glass, which makes me a little nervous because all my other ones, like this one, my champagne flute, my martini glass, all of those are just like plastic, really hard plastic that look like glass. It's not actually glass. And that is that way for a reason. I did, make the, I did make the title of the show Disasters with Anna for a reason. I can be very clumsy and break and drop and spill things all the time. It just has happened to not happen on the show that much, which is pretty crazy. Oh my gosh, this is smelling so good. You can see like the steam coming out of it a little bit here. You can kind of like see it at the top. Yes. Oh, wow, that smells great. Okay, it's definitely simmering. I'm gonna turn it down just one more because I feel like it might be simmering maybe a little much. I don't know, turn it down one more just to see. We'll keep an eye on it. Again, for those of you who have seen the show before, you know I'm a tinkerer. You know I'm always like messing with things. All right, awesome. Let's do this classic Gin Fizz. I'm so excited about it. I'm really nervous, but it'll be fine. So, okay, great. So first we want to start out with shaker. We want 2 ounces of gin. So I've got my jigger here. Oh my gosh. So I did not know what this was called, and I have been calling it just like the measuring thingy. I've been calling it that like almost the whole show. Yeah. But I finally looked it up and I was just like, I cannot keep calling it the measuring thingy. Like, what is going on? Oh, hey. Hey, Dad. Thanks for watching. Yeah, the measuring thingy, this is called a jigger, apparently. So, okay. So in this particular one, so I also did not know that the jiggers can be all different sizes, because I have another one too, and I was using it to make drinks and thought, like, I just didn't realize they were different sizes. So I was just like, man, these drinks aren't coming out quite right. Like, I thought I had these measurements down. No. So yeah, that's something to just keep track of. Like the other jigger I have is just 1 ounce and a half an ounce on the bottom. This one is 1.5 ounces and 3/4 of an ounce. So something to keep in mind if you're like shopping around or making drinks or, you know, whatever. Or if you've got more than one jigger like me, or if you didn't know what it was called. Okay. Anyway, so we want 2 ounces of gin. So this is that's the first 1.5 ounces. I'm gonna just kind of eyeball the next 1/2 ounce in here. Now, also in one of my very early shows, I talked about how I was just starting to experiment with gin. Wasn't sure I felt about it. Wasn't sure if I liked it. Well, guess I like it. Guess it's all right. Okay, 2 ounces of gin. Next, we want 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup. So this jigger is perfect because this is 0.75 or 3/4 of an ounce right in here. So homemade simple syrup. Bam. Okay. I've also done some reading. So I did some reading that apparently a lot of bartenders really like their simple syrup to be like 1 part water, 2 parts sugar. I make mine 1 part water, 1.5 parts sugar. I don't know. Otherwise, I think it would actually be like a little too sweet. Because simple syrup is just kind of one of those nice little, like, it sweetens a drink up without making it. It's like really good for these tart, savory drinks that are kind of not savory, just more, I don't know, like subtle drinks that you just need a tiny bit of sweetness to, you know. So that's my opinion on it. Great. Next, we need 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. So got my lemon here. Actually, I'm gonna grab a different knife because I cut onion with that one. We don't want that. Oh no. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Okay, let me see here. I'm gonna just start with squeezing half a lemon. See how much juice that gives me. Oh my gosh, this is also the cutest thing. So now I know he's not watching today, but basically, I guess he'd be almost something of a little brother, I guess, at this point. But for Aiden, very cute little boy who often watches the show, I am borrowing this lemon squeezer from his household, and apparently I did it wrong one time and put the lemon facing up, and then it squirted like all over my face during the show. Shocker. But anyway, I'm doing it right this time. It's super cute. Okay, I'm just gonna let's see how much lemon juice we can get here. Also, this is really like, this is a hand and arm workout, let me tell you. Or maybe just for me. Oh, yeah, no, that's very unimpressive. That's not a lot of lemon juice at all. Okay, we might need the whole lemon. Yep, we might. Yeah. Oh no. Ugh, and a seed just fell in. That's the whole point, right? The squeezer, no seeds. It's been a tiny, tiny baby seed. All right. Ugh. I think we need the other half a lemon. Yep, I think we do. That is not enough lemon juice. Okay. Let's try the other side. Actually, I should get the seed out of there. I'll use the little fancy stirrer. Isn't it so pretty? That's perfect for getting seeds out, right? Oh my God. Oops. Oh God, that sound. Just dropped it right back in. Jeez. Okay. All right, let's try this again. There we go. That's a little better. Apparently, this is the juicier side of the lemon. Okay, I think I think that's about done it. Whatever other juice is left in there, we can just squeeze into the soup. That works out perfectly. All right, great. So I've got this, kind of eyeballing it, about 3/4 of an ounce lemon juice. A few more squeezes in there. All right, so now finally we have 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup, 2 ounces of gin, and now we just need our egg white. So weird. Okay. Okay. Try not to get any of the yolk or egg pieces in there. Okay. Now, this does hurt my heart a little bit because I hate, egg yolks are so good for you. There's so much nutrients in them. And these are farmers market eggs. They're really good. It's really good stuff. But, whatever. For the sake of art, I suppose. To throw this, gotta throw the egg white out. The egg yolk out for just the egg whites. Okay. Ooh, weird. Let me wash my hands quick. Also, the soup is smelling so fragrant. I'm just going to take a look at it. Make sure it's still simmering here. Yes, perfect. It is still simmering. I'm going to stir it around here a little bit. Well, it smells amazing. I might have put it on a little too high heat at the beginning because the lentils are breaking up. And again, I don't usually use red lentils, and I think that they are they're smaller. They're smaller and thinner. Ooh, I didn't think about this, but anyway, so let's see. How much more time do we have? Yeah, about 4 more minutes to give it. Smells great though. So it's just the lentils themselves might not look that great. We'll see. Whatever. Anyway, back to our amazing, delicious drink, hopefully. Okay, so at this point, I guess we just need ice to shake it up with, right? I don't even know if you're supposed to shake it with ice. Well, definitely need some ice for our glass. Our beautiful, beautiful glass. I don't know. Supposed to shake it with ice? Maybe we just shake it up without the ice. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try it without the ice. Let's see how it goes. I have everything, right? Gin, lemon juice, simple syrup, egg white. I don't know why I'm freaking out about this one. Okay. So apparently, with the egg yolk in it, it's supposed to be super frothy. Have foam on the top. I guess that's what the egg white does. It looks so pretty. Okay. I'm going to add in 1 more ice cube to this. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. That looks so beautiful. Okay, and then we just have to top it with some club soda. Oh my gosh, every time I've been opening these lately, they like fly all over the place. And one of my cocktails that I filmed like a watermelon cocktail just to come out with like a short video from last week. Oh my God, I can't get over this. Anyway, it spilled all over me. Okay. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is so good. It's so good. It's so simple. You know what? I'm gonna take my spoon, just stir it up a little bit at the bottom because I just poured that seltzer in. Wow. That is one of the lightest, most refreshing drinks I think I've ever had. It's like lemonade, but not. But lighter, but even lighter and not as sweet. Wow, that's so good. Okay, that's the time to check the soup. Sorry, I'm just going crazy over this drink. But look how beautiful it is. Oh my gosh. That was so easy. Okay, and I think I did do the right thing in not shaking it up with ice. Turned out okay. Whatever. Okay. See how our soup is doing. I'm going to just put it on warm. Oh yeah, that's done all right. Yep. Wow. Oh my gosh, that cooked so fast. Okay, great. So now we just add the lemon in. Now, okay. You know what I'm gonna do? Because even with this lemon squeezer, a lot of times juice is still getting into like oh sorry, no, that's not what I'm saying. The seeds are still like falling out of this lemon juicer. So I'm gonna take a bowl here and just squeeze out the juice of a lemon into it and then pour it into my soup because I really don't want any seeds in it. Lemon juicer not working right. But oh my goodness. Okay, we just have to keep sipping this amazing cocktail. Laura, if you are still watching and you have not tried this cocktail before, a classic Gin Fizz. Oh my God, it's so good. It's out of this world. I still can't believe I'm a gin drinker now. All my friends will know that I have spent quite some time saying that, no, I don't like gin. Now, okay, but I will say though, the other night I kind of, I went like a little crazy with gin. I had a lot of gin. I had a friend visiting from out of town, and go big or go home. And he wasn't going home, so I was like, all right, well, we're doing this. And we had a lot of gin, and I was so sick to my stomach the next day. So I was like, okay, well, maybe that's where I got the idea that I didn't like gin, or that it made me sick to my stomach because I just had a ton of it one time. Okay. Oh, yay, Laura. Yes, you will definitely have to try it. Oh my gosh. Oh, look how pretty it is. Also, I am so excited about this too. One thing I did this week is my grandmother gave me a newspaper article that gave me an idea of how to make cordial, how to make your own cordial. So this week I made a lime homemade cordial. It's so good. It's still got a little bit of lemon juice in it, but it's definitely primarily lime. But it's just like a lemon lime cordial. But all you need are like rinds like this, that like leftover citrus rinds to make this cordial, and like sugar, water, lemon juice. That's it. Bam, done. And then it's like a whole process of like waiting for it to like settle in overnight and that kind of stuff. I'm just squeezing lemons here as I'm chatting. But anyway, it turned out really cool. And I think I'm going to do, like I'd like to either do a whole episode or maybe a short video, but I think doing an episode would be fun. I'm doing like a live episode on, oh my God, these tiny little seeds, tiny little lemon seeds are really trying to make it in this bowl to get in my soup. I'm not having it. But anyway, I think it would be really fun to do an episode about like with cordial, and then like all the different ways and different things you could use with the cordial, which I don't know. Like I was trying to think of ideas. I was like, I don't know, what would I like? I was like, what would I make with a cordial? I have no idea. So I am totally open to ideas and suggestions because I'm like, cordial, what's a cordial? But anyway, so I guess it's this like very sweet fruit citrus liqueur. That's what it is. That's what a cordial is, I guess. Maybe that's not what the dictionary says. And I'd really like to try to make a blood orange cordial. That would be cool. Or grapefruit. Anything citrus with rinds, basically, right? Okay, so I would say at this point, I've probably got like a solid 2 tablespoons of lemon juice in here from what I squeezed out. I'm going to pour it here into my soup. Okay, and then stir it in as it's still warm. I'll just let that dissolve for a minute. Now, okay. Oh my gosh, it's before 6. Oh, I'm doing so well on time. All right, so now, as I said, this is something that I would want to eat with some fresh bread, and one of my friends was very, very sweet and went and picked me up some fresh bread to have for the show today. So thank you, Mac. I have garlic Tuscan bread here, and then I have a multigrain bread here. So I'm going to take out a piece of each of these. I'm going to butter it up, put it next to the soup, have a cocktail. Ugh. All right. I for one am so excited for like fall activities coming up. Oh my God, awesome. That garlic bread is like out of this world. I'm so excited for fall activities. Actually, I'm making a trip to Philly this weekend because I do not have any of my fall clothes with me. I have to make a trip just to like pick up some clothes and things because I have the sweater. I bought this. This was like a birthday gift to me. So I went shopping for my birthday. But aside from that, like I have no clothes that are warm. I came to central Pennsylvania in June. So I was like, oof. Oh, yeah. So as I said, I'm going to be saving these lemon peels. Oh, got a container somewhere in here. I've almost got enough to make a cordial now. I will be trying to post that video soon on how to make that. Although, if you have a bunch of like citrus peels around and you're like, I want to know how to make it now, just shoot me a message. I will gladly pass on this recipe. It's something I've written up in like a Google Doc and just haven't had the time yet to film. I spent this week, oh, gotta put the ice away. I spent this week filming the 2 watermelon cocktails from last week's watermelon episode. So they'll be like short little videos that you can watch. I'm really excited about those. Hi, Kyle. Hey, you're just in time to see me sipping this beautiful classic Gin Fizz. I didn't name names when I said, you know, my friend who was in town who, you know, I drank way too much gin with, but you know who you are. All right. I'm just buttering some bread. I'm going to get like a cup of soup in a second. I'm just giving it some time to cool because it was still super hot. I love dipping like really hearty bread into soup too. That is just like that on a cold night wearing a sweater or like fluffy pajamas, I feel like is the epitome of like of fall winter weather. That's the just like I have arrived. Although summer to me just feels like mermaid season and I love everything. Mermaid. I have a mermaid tattoo. She's beautiful. Normally, when I have long hair, I like to call my mermaid hair. Right now, it's just a little bob. But okay, let's get some soup. Let's see if I have a ladle. Actually, I'm not think about this. Nope. Nope, we do not. Well, I guess I'll just get inventive. There is the soup. Yeah, a lot of times I do like to cook like rice and mix it in with it. Oh, let's see. No, you can't see that very well. Let me get a closer. Yes, and then you can see it well. It is really almost like a stew. Yeah, and I can definitely see with the red lentils. With the red lentils, it really like broke up pretty well, which I mean, so I guess if you want like sometimes a little bit more of like a stew quality, that's not so bad. But if you maybe wanted the red lentils to still be like a little separate, I probably would have kept it like medium heat almost the whole time. Let's see if I can have a bite without burning my mouth out. Yep. Oh my gosh, welcome fall. Hello. Here we are. We've arrived. Whew. It's so hot. And again, if you like things a little spicier, just go ahead and add like a bunch more chili powder in the beginning when we first were adding the spices in to like the onion and garlic and all that. Now I actually would say, now I know I was saying being a little stingy with your cumin. I would say this could have used a little more cumin. So I might be adjusting that in the recipe details. And then salt and pepper, again, I'm always just like a little hesitant to add too much because you can always just add that right in the top. You know, it's a personal preference thing. Some people really don't like things super salty. Some people are watching their sodium, you know, whatever. It could be like a myriad of reasons. But, oh, this is even fall colored. This is very, how do I hold this thing? I'm like, what? Ah. Struggle bus here. Okay. So then, if you've got bread, I'm just like, oh, see? You just like dip it in the soup. I think that's so good. And that's like really filling. Like a really good multi-grain bread. Or I don't know, let's try this garlic Tuscan bread. This bread. Oh my God. This bread saves lives, I swear. It's so good. Okay, so if I put some garlic Tuscan bread in it, ooh, and you can see it really well. Oh, that's good too. All right. I'm slurping a little bit. Sorry. Okay, so we've got our soup. Got this like delicious bread here that I'm eating with the soup. God, this is so good. Welcome to sweater weather and soup weather. It's literally like, God, it's so perfect. And I like cumin, lentils, lemon, amazing combo. Add whatever veggies you like. Bam. Also, I'm really curious. Okay, drink. Wow. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. The drink actually like goes well with the soup. I wasn't expecting this. I was totally just like, oh, I mean, it's like lemon. I even look like this mustard yellow sweater is almost like, it's almost like lemony colored, right? Okay, so I'm gonna take a sip of this. Wow. Oh my God, they're even good together. Wow, I was not anticipating that. Like, okay, have you ever heard of a cocktail that's good with soup? I haven't. Wow. Okay, well, I guess that's it. Oh my gosh, this is like, I finally achieved, like, oh my God, I'm ending like almost at 6 o'clock. And when when I first started my streams, I was like, oh, I'd like to try to end by 6, so I'm not on like live streaming for ages. And here we are, episode 10. I'm finally getting down. Everything turned out okay. Nothing was really a disaster. I don't think, right? Except for, no, nothing. But all right, well, thank you everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for watching. Yeah, please, if you enjoyed the episode, please like the video, subscribe. If you want to check out how to make your own simple syrup like I used here in the cocktail, check out that video on my channel. Also, I will be coming out with a couple new like cocktail videos soon. Also, yeah, again, for the shout out info, please check out the All Ports Open podcast called No Avatars Allowed. It's awesome. It's nerdy, philosophy, theology, all together, gaming, bam, done. Awesome. Deep and fun and nerdy, quirky at the same time. I love it. I love it. That's like, those are all the things that I aspire to be at the same time. So that's great. Sounds great to me. All right. Well, happy beginning of autumn, everyone. And I hope you have a great Friday. I hope you have a great evening. I know a few of you have been working really hard and had really tough weeks. So I'm sorry, your weeks have been so awful. I hope it starts turning around. Maybe go make some soup, go make some feel-good food. Maybe that's what you need. So, okay, bye. I love all of you. I'll see you soon.